Good evening, everybody. Rose Thorne here. Hope everyone is having a great night. Tonight, I am reacting to Foodie Beauty's live stream, which just finished up, called I Have Things on My Mind. So I was waiting for her to finish this up so I could react to it. It went on for 2 hours, and I think reality is starting to sink in with Foodie Beauty. Because she is getting in trouble all over the place. I was on Twitter and I was seeing something about Twitch has been reported. She's gotten in trouble with Patreon. She's walking on thin ice on every which way on pretty much every platform. She already knows that people are waiting for her to screw up so they can report her, but she is not being very careful. She's not paying attention to the TOS and just getting in all kinds of trouble everywhere. But I want to sit in on this react video and give my thoughts and commentary. There is part of the video at the 35 minute mark where she takes off her shirt and just sits there in her bra for a couple of minutes. I'm going to be zipping past that because I don't want to show Foodie half dressed on this react video. But let's just sit in and see what Foodie has to say. I'm going to go ahead and bring her up so you guys can watch along with me. So let's get to, shall we?
What I like about the Patreon is like I can literally just use this as even better than on YouTube actually, because I can literally just use this as like California Basin. Thank you. I appreciate the support. Yeah, it's more personal. And like I need that. I love that. Like I need to talk to people and you guys will just pop up. Like, hey.
Yeah, but I'm sure one thing she doesn't like about Patreon, because she's using Crowdcast, she has to pay for the people that come into her room. You can't use Crowdcast for free. You got to pay for it. I'm sure she's not enjoying that part of Patreon.
You know, we're loved. At least I'm allowed to be here, Sam Slade. I'm allowed to be high because I'm allowed to admit things here that, you know, like that I'm having trouble coming off of the THC. I can show my boobs if I need to. You know, like I don't have to worry.
You don't have to show your boobs. Can we just put that out there right now? You don't have to show your boobs on Patreon or Twitch or YouTube. We can do without that. We won't suffer if you decide to not show your boobs.
Worry about fucking breaking terms here. It's really protected here. I'm your comfort person too. Yeah, like Twitch is gonna be fun for like fun stuff or whatever. I'm safe here, Lauren. And Mr. Maya, yeah. Sometimes we don't need advice. We just need someone to listen, right? Like, and that's like, this is what this will be. It'll be like a sanctuary place. We can all talk about whatever we want. But I actually think Twitch is really fun because sometimes I have like different sides of myself and different sides of my content. So like, grammar police.
You don't have different sides to yourself, Foodie. It's just that some platforms you can do a little bit more than others. So let's just not get it confused. It's not that you've got different aspects of yourself that you want to highlight and use to entertain people. It's just that you are aware there are different rules for different platforms, and you know what you can get away with on one and what you can't get away with on another.
I missed you too. Like me, intimate Beeson, yeah. What was I saying? Like sometimes I get the craving to be silly and like interact with trolls and banter with trolls, and you know, sometimes I get in the mood for that. So that's like Twitch is gonna be fun for that. And like gaming and just acting like a friggin' big kid, you know? I like acting like a big kid sometimes because I think that will always be a big part of my personality. I didn't set it up yet, strawberries, but I will. Like, mods block all the trolls. Some of them, maybe. I just don't want to get banned, so Twitch has gotten fun, yeah. See the benefits of both platforms, yeah. Group support, it is. You don't let us have dick art in the Twitch chat. Well, I mean, will I get banned for that? I mean, you can have dick art if it's 18 plus. Oh, it's okay, Matt. You usually come on at night anyway, and I haven't been going on Patreon at night until dawn. Oh my god, yes! I always wanted to play that. Twitch is like a Raven Patreon is like a private house party. Oh my god, Amy, you're so right. You can feel the energy. Like I feel like I have to perform more on Twitch. Do you know what I mean? Like,
but you haven't been performing more on Twitch. The last live streams I've seen of you on Twitch, you weren't doing anything. You weren't doing anything. You were just sitting there talking and eating and talking and eating some more. And you weren't doing anything, Foodie. You were doing nothing. Nothing like you did when you were on YouTube. Just the same thing. Pretty much every platform, Twitch, Patreon, you're doing the exact same content on both platforms. There's nothing different. There's nothing creative. It's the same stuff over and over again. You got a gaming computer today. Why haven't you set it up already? Why aren't you gaming tonight? You're on camera eating and talking and getting high. And you expect to make money with this.
here I feel like I can just be like, whatever. I can be stoned. I can be like sad, whatever. Fuck, I can break whatever fucking terms I can. I can break all the YouTube terms on here, all the fucking Twitch terms on here. I would like to do Twitch properly. I would like to do something right. You know, I would like to, yeah, Matt, exactly. Because weed is legal here, so. That's what I told that Vishnu guy. The quality is much better on Patreon, yeah.
So if you're on Patreon, what do you have to look forward to from Foodie? What extras are you getting on Patreon that you wouldn't get on Twitch? It sounds like the only extra you're getting is her getting on camera and getting high. That's what you're paying the extra money for, y'all? You know, the fact that she can get high, that's worth extra money? Okay.
Anyway. Let's light one of the candles here. Hi, sweetie. Inhale. Yes, let's do this one here. Inhale positivity, exhale negativity, cleansing. Beast Chilla, way better. GTA, I don't like that kind of mind. I like games that are more like RPG, like more story based than action based. So what things are on my mind? Oh, you're going to bed? Well, good night, Lulu.
Yeah, come on in to Call of Duty. Come on in. Oh, you get tore up from the floor up in Call of Duty. Or even World of Warcraft. I'm something I played for over 11 years, and I'm going to play again. I'm going to save up for a decent computer so I can play WoW again. Because after they did the last expansion, my trash computer couldn't handle it. It kept lagging. But I played WoW long enough to know that there are some expert trolls in WoW. Come on into WoW, Foodie. Oh, you'd love it there. You'd actually love WoW. We tear you up there too. You wouldn't be able to handle the trolls in WoW. Oh, and by the way, if you do join up to WoW, I'll make an alliance soon because I'm on the Horde side. If you join up in World of Warcraft, I will get a computer right away. And I'll find out where you are. I'll gunk your tune, make you rage quit.
It's just everything, you know. Like, I ordered some wheelchairs, and I had like almost a whole wheelchair, so it's like almost 1,000 milligrams.
Okay, by her saying that, I just want to say this. Anybody out there who might be a beezer, that you're feeling sorry for Foodie because of her situation of her losing her YouTube channel. Remember what she just said. She just ordered some wheelchair edibles, and those are not cheap. And she just ate 1,000 milligrams like a big dum-dum. You don't need 1,000 milligrams in edibles at one time. That's ridiculous, stupid, insane. No 420 person would say, yeah, that makes sense to me to take that much. But Foodie's stupid. She's stupid. She's over there and she doesn't know if she's going to get a paycheck on the 21st. And she's spending money like it's going out of style. She's been going to restaurants, ordering takeout, doing all kinds of stuff, doing the most, spending all kinds of money. She doesn't know what's going to happen on the 21st, the 22nd when payday rolls around. She may get a check. She may not. But if she does get a check from YouTube, that will be her last. But is she trying to save money? Is she trying to be conservative? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So if she comes to anybody later and says, I'm having money problems, I'm low on money, I don't know what to do, don't feel sorry for her. Because even though she doesn't know her money situation right now, look what she's doing. Look. She bought some wheelchair edibles. Again, not cheap. And she just ate 1,000 milligrams tonight. So in the future, if she starts crying and e-begging, don't listen to it. Don't listen.
Hi, Jen. Animal Crossing. Yeah. The Slender Man, yes. Colors. Hi, Rhonda. Sport mode. Story mode. I'm worried about YouTube. It's not my channel, Shirley Kristen. Look at it this way. This is what
I'm sorry. You guys saw all the proof that I gave you in the first React video I did for today. All those screenshots. All of them. All of them, including one where she was saying that she was the creator of Beezer Productions. She said that in a tweet. She claimed ownership. And she registered a company, or tried to, and it was in her name. Now she's trying to walk it back and saying, I'm just the employee. Chantal. There was one person, Lisa, who owns a company called Beezer Productions that was created in 2020. So that company was created 2 years ago. So you try to make a company with the exact name, claim it as yours. And there's a lot that goes into registering a company. You got to file paperwork and so forth, right? You didn't do that. You were just trying to find a way to circumvent the YouTube system. You thought you were smarter than everybody else. You're not. You've been caught. You've been called out. Now you're trying to walk it back and say, I just work for the company. There is no company, ma'am. There's none. All there is you trying to get around the YouTube system so you can get back on YouTube. But even if you managed it by some miracle, things are not going to be the way they were. You're not going to be monetized again. No super chats, no membership signups, no getting paid per views. All you're going to be able to do is make a channel, and people might be able to send you things through PayPal, Cash App, and all that. But you're not going to get paid Google AdSense money. No, you're not. You're not going to be ever part of the YouTube partnership program again. Let that reality sink in. What you had before, you lost. And it was your own fault.
I say, it's like legally, literally, the Beezer Show Limited is a business. It's a legit registered paid for.
In your name, no one else's. So how could you be working for a company if it's in your name? If it's in your name, that means it's your company. Idiot.
Business. Like, it's its own business entity. If reaction channels can still streamline some of my content on YouTube, why can't an entity like the Beezer Show Limited?
I'll tell you why. And the answer is real simple and to the point. Because we have channels, ma'am. We have channels. We're not demonetized. Our channels weren't taken away from us. Yours was. That's why. That's why. Because we're all fine over here. We're following the rules. You didn't. Your channel was taken. That's why we can do that. Don't try to use the fact that there are reaction channels showing your stuff as a reason why you should be allowed on the platform. You break the rules, you get punished.
Feature, people, characters. You know what? Foodie Beauty probably won't even be. Foodie Beauty is a character, and that is banned from YouTube. But Chantal Savo.
Oh, no, you're not going to do this. No, ma'am. You're not going to sit there and try to say, well, Foodie Beauty was a character, and she's not allowed on YouTube. But Chantal should be allowed because that's a different character. You don't get to do that. You don't get to say, well, I was just playing a role. And just because YouTube outlawed that role doesn't mean I shouldn't be able to come on YouTube and make a channel and create a different role for myself. No, you don't get to do that. You don't get to do that. It doesn't matter if you're playing a role or not, Chantal, if you're putting on a character. The point is, it wasn't the character that created the channel. It wasn't the character making all the decisions and choices for the channel. It was you. And you are Chantal. So trying to find some blurry gray line to exploit, not going to happen.
An employee of the Beezer Show may be on there. So that's just what I'm saying. And I mean, I'm not Chantal Soro is banned as fuck.
Yep.
I am not going to cause trouble for that business. I don't want to. I just want to bees.
Well, beezing is what gets you in trouble. Don't you get that?
Jen, I don't know. Businesses are their own entity in the legal world.
The business world never interested Chantal until her channel got demonetized and taken away from her. Until that point, she didn't give an F about it. Could have cared less. Now, all of a sudden, her channel was taken away from her, and suddenly she cares about making a company or working for a company and just trying to find a way to get back on YouTube. Until that point, she did not care for any kind of business or company or LLC or LTD or anything. She's just trying to find a loophole that she can slip through to get back on YouTube, and YouTube ain't having it because they're already aware, Chantal, of your channels. They're already aware of the situation. Twitter is ablaze with it. Everybody's spreading the word around like wildfire. You're not going to be able to make a channel and get monetized again. That I will promise you. And not because of anything that people are saying on Twitter and having a campaign. It's just that word gets around. And what people put on Twitter, YouTube is going to hear about.
So, yeah. I don't know, Huntress. I'm a very impatient person. Most of us just want to beat. These.
Yeah, your impatience is your downfall because you allegedly had an appeal with YouTube. And during this appeal, you're going to make a new channel and ban evade. That's the smartest thing to do. No.
No, it feels hopeless. It does feel hopeless. I don't know. I don't think that it might be a different story if I were to be featured live on the Beezer show. But, other channels have banned YouTubers on there, like up to interview them or to feature them on their show. So I don't know what to say. It's one of those situations, and I didn't say like I was planning on like live streaming with the Beezer show regularly like before.
So what are you planning? Are you planning to have somebody interview you and you could just come on as a guest? I can't see that happening because you need your attention fixed and you want to be the star of the show. There's nobody around you that will guest you, Chantal. There's nobody else that you can say, well, this person's doing the stream with me or the video with me. The content on every platform has always been you, just you, nobody else but you, no friends, no family, nothing. So how are you going to be part of, say, the Beezer show and have somebody else be the primary subject and still get your attention fixed and still make money or be an employee? How are you going to work all that when up to now it's been mainly you?
That I would most likely would just do on my Foodie Beauty channel,
But you don't have a Foodie Beauty channel. It's gone. It went bye-bye.
I think it's only fair that the Beezer show Limited gets to showcase content that I make with the Beezer show or whatever and sell to them or give to them.
You don't get to make the rules. You don't get to make the rules of YouTube. You don't. You don't get to tell YouTube what to do as far as what's violating the rules and what ain't. When you stepped on YouTube and you made your channel, there was the TOS right there in black and white. You chose to violate the TOS multiple times. Multiple. And you have been lucky, Chantal, because YouTube gave you a lot of room. They gave you a lot more slack than I've ever seen on any other channel. There are channels that were taken down quickly for a lot less than what you did. YouTube gave you a long time and a lot of room and a lot of slack for you to straighten up your act and not break the rules. They gave you a long time to just smarten up. You never smartened up. Instead of being grateful for the fact that they were giving you that much room, that much pull, it made you bold, it made you arrogant, it made you cocky. You thought, they're not going to take me down. They would never. I'm Foodie Beauty. I'm somebody important. You crossed the line with YouTube from being a nuisance and a thorn in their side to being a company liability, so they had to put their foot down. They are an actual company with employees that have to look out for their best interests. They don't want lawsuits because of you. They don't want bad press because of you. They protected themselves. So don't sit there and try to tell YouTube what should be allowed or shouldn't be allowed. They get to make the rules. You don't.
Let them use. because reaction channels are using my content as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know? I don't know.
She sounds like a little kid. Well, they get to go in the playground, so why shouldn't I be allowed? She does. She sounds like a little kid. Everybody else gets to do it. Why can't I do it? Well, once upon a time you did do it. You just did it wrong. That's why we're in the playground and you're not.
That's just my reasoning about it. The name of the business. What is the name of the business the lady owns? Because the lady does not live in Ontario and does not have a business called the Beezer Show Limited. Because that is not. I mean, unless she's the actual owner
She
of the
is.
business of the Beezer Show I'm talking about that I work for.
You don't work for anybody but you. You're far too selfish, narcissistic, egotistical, and stupid to work for somebody.
Praying for good news. Me too. I'm expanding my liability. Yeah, I have a protection backup. I'm just trying to grow my community. I'm just trying to. I feel like people think it's funny and like it's a fucking joke. Like, it's not. At the same time, I'm not raging and I'm not acting mad because I can't expect people to like give a shit about my life. You know, it's the fucking internet, and I've learned that. Like, nobody owes you anything in life, but
No.
kindness really matters. Kindness is nice, but
You don't want kindness, you want money. You don't want kindness, you want money. I really hate the fact that you go to your Beezers, or you did, and you still do through your different platforms. You try to put off this air of, I care about you people so much. You all matter to me so much. Oh, really? You care about them so much, Chantal. Why is it that when you had your YouTube channel, that you put your conversation behind a paywall? You forced people to pay $5 just to talk to you, even though you really had nothing important or creative or innovative to say. It was the same stuff over and over. Just you sitting there eating and bitching about Natter endlessly, even though other people told you to stop because they were tired of it. Every platform you have, everything's behind a paywall. Everything. Nothing is for free. You're making people pay to interact with you or look at your stuff. But I hate the fact that you try to convey to your audience that you care about them so much. You don't care. You care about what's in their wallet. And you want as much as you can out of their wallets, hence why you put up all the paywalls. And you're so concerned now with getting on Twitch and being an affiliate and all of that, getting partnered, money. It's not about you going on Twitch and talking to people and enjoying the interaction with people. And the bonus of that is you become a partner or something and then you get paid. It's not about you being on Twitch and being passionate about gaming and you get to play games and the bonus is you maybe get a little pay here and there. It's always about money. Give me money to finance my lifestyle, to pay for my excessive food consumption, my excessive drug consumption. Keep me comfortable in this excessive lifestyle. I don't want to go out there and work and pay for it. I expect everybody else to pay for it. I expect everybody else to participate financially in my self-harm. That's all it's ever been. That's all it'll ever be.
I don't know. I really love this lipstick. Look at this color. Mm-hmm. Yeah, YouTube hasn't gotten back, but
I'm sure they have.
you got a nice lipstick from NYX? What color? Excuse me. Hey, Jody Jeremiah! It's nude? I want you to be back on YouTube. That's the only reason I'm saying it. I know. hi Roz. And I know whenever I posted that business license and I was like, hey, visa show, and everyone's just like crickets, like, what the fuck are you? Like, one of my friends was like, I'm gonna faint. I'm like making my friends faint.
I think her coming up with this whole company idea, that's just more of Foodie's wishful thinking, honestly. Foodie dreams about being more than she is, going places, traveling. I'm sure she would love to be an actual business owner and be able to brag and boast about it. Oh, I've got a business. I'm a company owner. I'm a CEO. She she wants more than what she has, but yet she won't work for it. All she can do is this wishful thinking and lying to people about having an actual business. But she stuck her foot in her mouth saying that she owned a business. Now she's saying that she's an employee for a business that she really doesn't have. It's all a lie.
I know I'm so impatient, but I'm telling you, in my opinion, um, it would be nice if the Beezer show was allowed space on the platform to prove to be an entertaining company.
You know, that almost sounded like a plea to YouTube, her just saying that. But the thing is, YouTube's never going to hear her because she's on, this platform, not on their platform.
Up to 30 days. But up to 30 days in the grand scheme of things isn't a long time, I know.
Well, it's a long time for you because you live paycheck to paycheck, literally. Usually like a week or two before payday, you're broke or close to broke because you don't know how to budget your money. You're spending it on foolishness like you've been doing the last few days. All that money spent on foolishness to the point where when you had to go and exchange the Apple iMac for a gaming computer, what did you do? Instead of having enough money to where you can get top quality equipment that you needed, you cheaped out. You bought the cheapest computer, the cheapest webcam. You cheaped out on the stuff that you needed on a platform like Twitch. Ooh, that's a big mistake. It's so bad. It's so incredibly bad. On Twitch, you need great audio, great video, a great graphics card, top of the line, as much as you could possibly get. And in that moment when you needed to spend as much money as you needed, you didn't have it. All you had was the money from the Apple iMac, from the exchange. And so you cheaped out in every way. And you're going to find out later what a mistake that was.
To someone who's a giant toddler with no patience, it's like an eternity. And the opportunities to self-destruct within that 30 days are immensely too much. I wish you knew what it was like to be me.
I don't want to be you.
I don't know how many days it's been.
Since what?
I'm trying. I feel like I'm hustling my fucking ass off every day. It's all I think about. I haven't even had time. That's what I wanted to talk about. That's why I'm here. Hallelujah. I haven't even had time to fucking breathe. I haven't even had...
Oh my God, shut up. I'm tired of you today. I've done like 5 React videos. I'm tired. I don't want to hear about you when you're hustling right now. No, ma'am. How have you been hustling? What'd you do? What'd you do? You set up different profiles on different platforms and you typed in your name and you set up the payment information and maybe you've done some streams, but that's not really hustling. That's just you setting things up. Girl, you don't know what hustling is.
And trying to process anything going on with fucking what's his face. I'm like 10 days. Wow. And I have like so many people watching what I'm doing. Like so many people watching to see if I'm gonna fail, watching to see if I'm gonna float, watching to see if I'm gonna pull through it, like, or if I'm gonna succeed, if I'm gonna come out more successful. And I really don't know. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen in my future right now. You know? Yeah, man. I feel like I'm on autopilot. Like I just have a survivor instinct I'm not even aware of. Like,
what survivor instinct? I haven't seen it. If you had a true survivor instinct, when you go into survival mode, you are into the element of survival, into self-preservation. I have yet to see that from you, Foodie. You are not in survival mode. You're in denial mode, but not survival mode. Survival mode, if you were truly in it, the moment you got yeeted from YouTube, you would have been conserving your money, being very careful with it, not buying a bunch of stuff, not going out to eat, not ordering takeout, just conserving your money, and you would have been hustling your butt off on every platform and getting to work. That is survival mode. You have been in denial mode, just carrying on like you always do, spending money like you always do, ordering takeout like you always do. Where's the survival mode? I don't see it. I haven't seen it. I've seen denial, but I've not seen survival.
Doing so much for myself in the past week. Maybe having my channel deleted was the best thing that happened to me, because it's like literally forced me to just like move my ass and do things I probably would have never done, honestly.
Like what? Name
Oh, it's not Beezer Productions Limited, mistress. It's the Beezer Show Limited. You think so, Mad?
So you changed the name after you got called out by the woman who actually owns Beezer Productions because you didn't want to get in trouble. You already got called out by her. That's why you changed the name. You the person claiming to be the employee, you changed the name. How can you change the name if you're not the owner, Chantal? If you're just an employee, how can an employee get away with changing the name of a company they work for? How? Not possible. Especially if you are an employee, you just started with whatever company. Again, not possible. If you're not the boss, you don't have that kind of power to change a company name.
Anyway, J-Lo, thank you. So, it's okay to make mistakes. Thank you, lasagna. Blessings in disguise. I feel like the universe, my grandmother's spirit, whatever, from day one has wanted me away from Natter, because I'm not like...
Don't you bring up Grandma Sorrel. Leave her alone. Let her spirit rest. Don't you sit there and bring her up, tugging on the heartstrings of people on Patreon. Don't you dare. If you had any kind of respect for Grandma Sorrel, you'd let her rest in peace. You let her rest in peace. You didn't care for that woman. You didn't care. All that time you spent with Natter, you didn't really go to see your grandma, even though you knew she was dying. Now you're going to bring her up to try to tug on the heartstrings of people? How dare you?
Because he's so bad. He's so bad for me. He's just so bad. In ways like, oh, just never mind that for now. But like the fact that my channel got deleted, another sort of blessing, I guess, because I look for that. And when bad things happen, I ask why, and I always look for like little blessings like this. And I think because I have
your channel's a blessing, but yet you're wanting back on YouTube. If you looked at it truly as a blessing, why are you trying so hard to get back on YouTube? Why are you trying to look for a loophole to get back on YouTube? If you look at something happening as a blessing, why are you trying to force fate to give you back what you lost? You would say to yourself, this channel wasn't good for me. It was contributing to my health going down because I was obsessed with money. Maybe I should walk away from this. Maybe I should do something different. You're not doing that. So stop with this metaphysical, spiritual, whatever BS talk of the universe is just helping me out, and one door closes and one door opens. Crap. You don't really believe the things you're saying. It's not coming from a place of honesty and sincerity. I'm looking you dead in the face. I don't see a changed person. I don't see a more humble person. I don't see someone who has hit a wall and realized how hard it is and that there's a life lesson there somewhere and to grab onto it and do something with it. You haven't changed one bit, Foodie. Not one.
I haven't had any time. Like the minute my channel got deleted, the minute I opened my eyes and I found out my channel got deleted, I've been like moving my ass, like trying to fucking hustle, sign up for shit. Here I am on Crowdcast trying to do shit, re-platform myself and everything. And I haven't had time to think about my woes with Natter, like, or whatever, or Dee or all of that seems so fucking trivial now. Like that has taken such a back fucking seat in on the ship that right onto the patty shop. Yeah, fuck. Yeah, here we are here for you. I really appreciate it. They do not deserve your energy. No. You're right, Huntress. No. But yeah. Being concentrated on other things. Like it just went into like survival mode. Like because I realized.
Here we go again with the survival mode. Please. Please. With your survival mode. Please. What is this you're trying to sell the audience? Because whatever it is, I ain't buying it. Even if I had all the money in the world, I still wouldn't buy it. Because it ain't worth nothing coming from you. It's worthless. Survival mode. You have no idea what that means. You have no idea. You have no idea. So your channel got taken from you. And you signed up for a bunch of different platforms, charging money for each one, trying to milk your beezers for every last dollar they had in their pocket. How is that survival mode? How is that hustling? That's just you signing up for different platforms, trying to be sneaky and snaky and fool everybody into thinking you're going to put content on all those different platforms. Are you serious? The beaters that signed up for all those platforms, they're all stupid anyway. How long did you promise content on just YouTube, your channel, and you never delivered? You made promise after promise. I'll do this and I'll do that. You never delivered on that. So those idiots who signed up for OnlyFans and whatnot, did they really think you were going to change into a different person and provide content after years of empty promises and lies? That you were going to suddenly produce content? I knew you weren't, and you still haven't. Getting on Patreon or Twitch and just doing the same boring, monotonous, bitchy content on those platforms is not real content. It's not entertaining. It's not creative. It's not different. It's not unique. It's not fresh. It's annoying. And if you're going to be on Twitch, which is a gaming platform, you should be gaming. So set up your computer, learn how to use it, pick a video game, go back on Twitch, play the game, and shut up. Just shut up. And stop mukbanging on there because it looks foolish. Nobody on Twitch cares to watch you eat. Got it? Thanks.
I've done a lot of it, like, growing up. Like, I'm responsible for myself. No one else is. And doesn't, like, no, I have to save myself. But then I get so terrified. Like, I get so much anxiety sometimes. Like, when I'm not live, sometimes it's easier to be live because when I'm not live, yeah, waves of emotion. Yeah. When I'm not live and I'm in bed, I'm just, like, left with my thoughts. Like you have this situation, you're in this situation, what are you gonna do about it? It's like all this, like, weird pressure. And it's like, because it's public, there's that extra layer of pressure to, like, I have to succeed, you know?
Welcome to the real world, where you have to think for yourself and say, I can't fail. What can I do to succeed? What can I do? Can I work hard? And if so, where? If I have dreams, if I have goals, what can I do to make them reality? That's the real world, Chantal. And if you got thoughts in your head about your future, about who you are, where you're going, you should deal with those offline, not bring them online and trauma dump on people. Don't you have any consideration for your audience and for other people? Don't you ever have a thought in your head that maybe other people that come on YouTube or some other platform and watch you, they have problems too. They got issues in their own life that you don't know anything about. And maybe they're coming on a public platform to forget about their problems for a minute. And the last thing they want to see and hear is somebody who continuously trauma dumps on them and problem dumps. They got their own stuff. They don't need 1,000 pounds of yours.
But if I fail, it's okay. At least I tried. You know, my impatience and impulsivity, I know. Isolated when you're not interacting with your community. It's true, Matt, yeah.
Here's an idea for new content, Chantal. Instead of coming to your audience and trauma dumping and problem dumping all over everybody, why not list down these problems in private and come up with solutions? And then come back to your audience and say, I have this problem, but here's what I'm going to do to fix it. And then follow through with it. Instead of bringing the problems to the table and spreading them out like playing cards and saying, look at all my problems. Instead of doing that, say to your audience, yeah, I've got these issues, I got these problems, and here's what I'm doing to fix them. And then just follow through with what you say. Don't just come to your audience and then just spread out your dirty laundry and make everybody smell it. Take that laundry and clean it your doggone self. Fold it and put it away.
You give all you've got. Just don't get booted from Twitch. I know, and I feel like there's always going to be people, like, unfairly, like, reporting me for stuff. Like, they already started with Patreon. I already have Vishnu on my fucking ass. Like, so yeah, I guess how I'm feeling about the whole Matter situation. I honestly don't feel close to him at all anymore. Like, when I look at him now, I don't even think about him. Like, I maybe think once a day. I'll check his channel, like, here and there, barely.
You're done with him. Why are you checking his channel at all? Out of sight, out of mind. You should have been done with this a long time ago. And checking his channel every once in a while, and thinking about it once a day, this is not healthy. This is not going to help you get over this person and push him into the past where he belongs. I'm glad to know that Natter is out of the picture. He's gone. His 15 minutes of fame is up. And as long as you stop focusing on him and stop talking about him, people will forget him. His channel's going to die because his cooking content is crap. And he's a crap person. And he doesn't know how to talk to people or make engaging conversation in live chat. You want to get back at Natter, stop talking about him, stop mentioning his name, stop bringing him up, turn completely away from this man and focus on yourself, because every ounce of energy and every thought you have about Natter, it's just 1 ounce or one thought that can go for something positive.
I've been away from him for like over a month now. Fuck, like it was a while. Since like February, the beginning of February. So I think, like, well, I saw him at one time, but when, like, because they just want to report me. I don't know, because they hate me personally, so they want to jab at my livelihood.
Not true. Not true. We don't hate Chantal. Reaction channels don't hate Chantal. I don't hate Chantal. I don't know her personally. I don't like what she does. I don't like the fact that she's gotten on YouTube and trauma dumped and trauma dumped on people and exploited things like DV and SA and ED for money. I think that's disgusting. And her getting on YouTube and making all these dangerous messages that might affect other people, like eat whatever you want. You can cure your own diabetes. Eat whatever you want. You can lose weight. Dangerous messages for other people who might be looking at her and taking her word for truth. But I don't hate Chantal. I hate what she does. I hate the fact that she had a YouTube channel and she was lying and manipulating people, manipulating people's emotions, making toxic, severe content. I hated all of that. Still do. Because she's off YouTube and she's still doing it. She's still doing it. Maybe not to the degree she was doing it, but that's because on the platform she's on, she can't. That's the only thing stopping her from doing what she once did, to the degree that she did it.
Good. That's why we're here on Crowdcast today. Because I fucked up and they took advantage of that and mass reported it, and I got in trouble. So anyway, if you want me to say it, I fucked up, so that's why we're here today. The head now.
I don't like how she said that. She said that in almost a half-hearted way. When you have a moment of clarity and self-awareness, you let everything in and you fully acknowledge it. That's how you create self-awareness about something. You say, without question, I effed up. It's my fault. It's my responsibility. I can't run away from this. I can't blame it on anybody else. I did this. She's saying that she effed up, but look at the way she just said it. Just very half-hearted, like she's halfway admitting it. But halfway admitting something doesn't help you change. Being half-hearted about something doesn't mean change will happen. It means you're keeping change from happening because you're not letting it in. You're not really letting it in and accepting all of the accountability and responsibility. Once you do that, you can grow as a person and you can move on and you can change and be better.
I know I should strike back, but I just don't feel vindictive. Like, I hate being vindictive, and I have a hard time sticking up for myself. And that's the thing. Sometimes if you don't, then people will fuck you over and walk all over you. Like, if I never stood up for myself against Natter, like, if I don't,
She just said she's not a vindictive person. We've seen many things over the past that prove otherwise. She is a vindictive person, and she even said it herself. She is vindictive. There are lots of video clips all over YouTube on the reaction channel showing what a vindictive person she is. I mean, that's without question. And if she's not striking back at the reaction channels, it's because she has no ground to stand on. Like what could she get us for? We're following the rules. We're taking her content. We're making it transformative, and it's under fair use. We're not taking footage directly from any platform and replaying it untouched, unedited on our channels. We are transforming the content. Fair use, transformative. So she's trying to make this picture right now of they're all bullies and they're ganging up on me, and I don't know how to fight back, and I'm so vulnerable. Don't buy that either. She's trying to sell it to you, even for the cheapest price. Don't buy it. She's vindictive. It's just that she knows she can't fight back because we're not doing anything wrong.
Anyway, I wanted to talk about, I had a bit of guilt today.
About?
Yeah, you're saving other women from abuse. Do well on Twitch. Teaser merch. Yes, I do need to get on that. I need to make a merch day where I design merch. I'm feeling guilt because I feel like I could crush him like an ant if I really wanted to.
Talking about Natter again?
Figuratively. Legally. Because I know he acts like a tough man, but I know he's not. He's very, very cowardly. And I feel bad about that. Like, I don't want to destroy somebody. I don't want to be responsible for putting someone behind bars or ruining their life. I don't want that on my conscience. I don't want him knowing he's going to forever hate me and come for me. And I always have to be looking over my shoulder for that. I don't want that kind of life, you know? Like,
oh God, here we go. Here we go. Her painting this picture of, I am so afraid of Natter. I'm so afraid of him. I'm so sick of this horse shit. I'm sick of it. Chantal, I've been through actual DV and SA. I am so sick of this horse shit. This big pile of stinking, smelling horse shit from you. You exploited DV on your channel. You did it for money. You weren't doing those live streams for free. You got tons and tons, thousands of dollars in super chats exploiting DV. And then painting this picture of Natter as the person that did things to you. And then you were running over to his house afterwards, seeing him, obsessed with being in a relationship with him to the point where you bought a ring. And you just kept flip-flopping. When it suited you, you were afraid of him. And, oh, I got to be so concerned. He's going to hurt me, that I need a safe word that I'm going to tell everybody in public chat, even though he might be watching. Remember that whole paperclip thing? I do. I'm so afraid of him that I need a safe word. And then turning around and taunting the person who allegedly abused you. I'm sorry, I've actually been through it. One thing you don't do with someone who abuses you is you taunt your abuser. You just don't do that. If you're truly afraid of somebody, you don't taunt your abuser. That thought will never even enter your mind. All you want to do is get away and stay away. But you kept going back. The two of you weren't living together. You lived in your own place. You had your own money. You could have stayed away. You kept going back. You were obsessed with this man. You said it yourself. You're obsessed. And all those live streams that you did, that one live stream where you were watching Natter and Dee Dee on your TV, and you were basically telling Dee Dee to pull up, and you gave your address. You were doxing her alleged address. That did not sound like somebody who was afraid of somebody. Now you're trying to cry and say you're so afraid of Natter. Horse shit. Horse shit. Not buying it. Not buying it. You got to make up your mind about this man. Are you or are you not afraid of him? I don't think you are. I think you're just trying to use this whole I'm afraid thing to do emotional manipulation on the audience, and it's disgusting. And it's a mockery to those of us that have been through DV, and we still have the scars and the bad memories that we'll never, ever, ever get rid of.
I'm gonna eat that cake. Boss told me not to. But tears where? I don't have any tears to give.
That's another thing I want to bring up. And I just want to point out to everybody, and I'm not trying to trigger anyone, and I apologize for anyone who might be triggered by what I'm about to say, but this is the truth. If you've been through DV, it's hard to talk about it with just one person. It's hard to just think about what happened to you and talk about it with just one other person. And this person, Foodie Beauty, Chantal, she got on camera talking about this to thousands of people. How is that possible? That she was able to do that? You've been through it. You've been through that kind of pain, that severe pain. Even just talking about it and reliving it in your mind is hard. Relating what happened to you and how bad it was, it's hard. Just going back to that horrible, dark place inside of you and telling somebody about it. And yet she did it day after day, night after night, hour after hour. She did it.
All you can do is go back and not even have enough evidence. You know, Ross, that's still just so hard for me to accept that that's what happened, you know? It's like a heavy thing, and it's just like, like, wow. I'm so like,
I hate the fact that she's talking about this stuff, and I don't see her visibly upset. I don't see her crying. She's talking about this really serious stuff and then looking at the chat like, are they looking at me? Are they looking at me? Are they paying attention? Like it's all an act.
people make choices and have to be responsible for their actions. She's going to deal with this just like you do. It's what brings them the money, and that's because love you or not, you are funny and never know what's come out of your mouth. Thanks, Rhonda. Oh, yeah, May. I want to talk about that.
She's trying so hard to cry right now. Can't do it.
Mia Willow. About certain things. Like, I haven't had time. Like, that's just basically updating you on how I'm feeling. Like, I haven't had time because of all this channel termination stuff to really process my feelings and everything, but I feel dissociated from him, and I feel dissociated from the situation, and just processing everything. And I don't know what else to say. All to say now. Did I see it like just breezing today was in here? Why did you come in here and tell me to stop what? Stop what?
Maybe stop triggering people.
Serena. You guys like this hat? I think it like goes well with this shirt, maybe.
Did you guys just the last few couple of minutes? Did you see how fast she went from talking about DV and essay, and then she just snapped right back to smiling? Who fucking does that?
I don't know. I've gained a bit of weight, so my face is more puffy, but all things strawberries. You're always so kind. No more ahead. Well, anyway, so it's heavy charges too, and like heavy case. It's a heavy case, and I honestly feel really bad. Like, I feel like I'm betraying him, like in a really bad way. It's weird. Even after like everything he's done to me back. Anyway.
You guys want my honest feeling about the whole thing with Foodie and Natter? My honest feeling about all of it, I think when Natter and Chantal met and she started liking him and she learned about the fact that he was in trouble with the legal system, that he was already on probation, she took that information and she put it in her back pocket. And she honestly thought in her mind that, you know, he better fall in love with her and he better be in a relationship with her, because if he didn't give her what she wanted, she was going to use the fact that he'd been in trouble already against him. She was going to turn it around and use it against him to punish him. She wanted a relationship with this man to the point where she bought her own ring and tried to basically poke him and pressure him to be with her. She set everything up to where she could keep him as close as possible. And that's why she made him the YouTube channel and got him started, was that it would be a way to keep an eye on him and give him something to do so that she could keep him close. He wouldn't go wandering off and get a regular job and spend more time away from her. She wanted him around as much as possible. So they started talking. She started giving him money. And the more he tried to wiggle away, the more she tried to punish him. First, she punished him by talking about him on her channel whenever she was mad at him. And then when he wanted to separate himself, you know, she came up with this whole going to the cops thing. You know, nobody leaves Foodie unless Foodie wants you to leave and she releases you. But until that time, you belong to her. Nobody just up and walks away from Foodie Beauty. You got to get permission. And she certainly did not want Natter to leave. She didn't want him to leave. She wanted to basically hold him hostage with her money. And here we are. Here we are. She was holding the whole legal thing in her back pocket until it was time to bring it out. She did a live stream a while ago when she was at his house, a live stream called Meat Pies and Laws. ironically. She was in his bedroom. There was a sheet wrapped around her lingerie, and everybody asked her, have you ever thought about him leaving you to go be with somebody else? And she says, I think about that all the time. But then she leaned in close to the camera like she was saying something sneaky, and she said, I got a plan. I'm not as stupid as you guys think. So she already had something in the work stream if he tried to leave. And we see what her plan was.
Get your security system going.
For what?
With the crown deal, yeah. Jen. Thanks, Sophia. I look like a roadie.
I take great offense to the fact that she's still using this whole, I am so scared, I need security cameras angle to manipulate her audience. I find that highly offensive. She was so scared of Natter. But when she went to Windsor, and before she came back, she gave him like $200 or so, and then another 500 on top of that. So how scared was she? How scared was she when she went to his house with coffee and green? That doesn't sound like somebody who was scared of somebody hurting them. Her actions have contradicted her words. But she's still trying to use that DV angle, even on Patreon. It's disgusting. Stop it, Foodie. Just stop it.
It's a good color. Joey. Because what you were saying can be thought of as a threat. I just like that. What's her name? Someone else.
Oh, God. The crying again. Here it comes.
And
Sympathy
honestly,
tears.
sometimes just feel like I want to throw up. Like, I honestly never felt like actual fear. And I feel like
What is this crying with no tears? What is this crying with no tears crap? Acting like you're crying, but there are no tears in sight.
actual fear. A bit afraid.
Please.
My anxiety is just like through the roof.
Please. I don't want to hear that from you.